So what do you think of when you hear the word surrender? Perhaps it's a scene in a movie where the white flag is raised, or perhaps there's been a time in your life where you had to surrender to your superiors or circumstances. The word surrender literally means to stop resisting and submit. Jesus said in Matthew 16:25, "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will find it." Well, in other words, Jesus is asking for all of us to surrender if we really want to find our life. We have to stop resisting and submit. Now, why would he say this? Isn't surrendering a negative thing? It is if you're surrendering or submitting to an evil master, but Jesus is a good master. He knows that if we are left to ourselves, we'll actually ruin our lives. His call to surrender or to lose your life is a call to a better life, better than we can even imagine. He said in John 10:10, "I've come that they may have life and have it to the full." You know, it's so hard to give up control, isn't it? We love to be the boss of our own lives, but if we know that by surrendering everything to God, we will actually gain a full life, then why do we hold back? Well, perhaps surrender is not so much something that we do, but rather something that happens to us. It's something that we learn and can more easily do when we welcome the Holy Spirit's power in our lives. I mean, think about this. You can't just decide one day, I'm going to totally surrender every thought, every word, every action to Christ, and voila, it just happens to you. I believe that surrender is one step of trust at a time, one act of obedience at a time, and then it comes more naturally as we grow in our relationship with Jesus. See, surrender for a Christian is to a person, Jesus, to his goodness and his grace. Jesus knows that we love to be in control. So he shows us by his own life that surrender will bring about great results. Jesus surrendered his rights in heaven to come to earth. He surrendered his will to the Father's will, and it did bring pain and sacrifice. But what was the result? Life. New life for every person that will believe in him. So what are you holding on to? Will you surrender to a good master? His name is Jesus. He knows it's hard, but it will be worth it. When you surrender your will or your need to be in control, he then accomplishes his good and perfect will in your life. Now that's how you find your life, and that's courageous living.